As he concluded his remarks, Joe Biden apologized to the American people and said, "It's over now. There will never be a country like America." Joe Biden told all of his military commanders to go destroy his unit because he insisted no one could attack it. Joe Biden warned against getting involved in Iraq, Iran, or Syria a few days ago. Abdulatif Rashid, the president of Iraq, responded by asking, "Who are you, Joe Biden?" to American superiors. Following that, Iraqi President Ibrahim Chieftain made a statement warning the citizens of America to leave the country or face destruction from the war, announcing that he would strike a pact with Iran and plan a big attack on the United States. Iran and Iraq are moving closer to the border with their nuclear weapons, which could spark a major conflict. You are really fortunate, brothers and sisters, to be able to take measures at this time. It's not over yet. Pakistan will enter the fray and deploy its 3 nuclear weapons to wipe out everything. Might this signal the start of World War III? In the heart of the White House, Joe Biden stood solemnly, addressing the nation with a heavy heart. As the echoes of his words reverberated through the air, an unsettling realization gripped the citizens of America: their world was about to change forever. Amid the somber atmosphere, Joe Biden declared, "There will be no such country as America. It's over now. I'm very sorry to you all." The cryptic message left the nation in shock and confusion, setting off a chain of events that would shape the destiny of nations. In a surprising turn, Biden issued a stern command to his military superiors, instructing them to destroy his own unit. The rationale behind this enigmatic directive remained shrouded in mystery, leaving military leaders baffled and questioning the very fabric of their allegiance. Days earlier, Biden had warned against involvement in Iraq, Iran, and Syria. However, his words fell on deaf ears, sparking a war of words between the Iraqi president, Abdulatif Rashid, and the American leader. Rashid's pointed question, "Who are you, Joe Biden?" resonated across borders, further escalating tensions. Ibrahim Chieftain, the Iraqi president, seized the opportunity to strike a deal with Iran, announcing a joint effort to launch a major attack on America. The chilling warning was broadcasted to the American people, urging them to flee the country or face the impending devastation. The stage was set as Iraq and Iran mobilized their nuclear weapons towards the border, signaling the ominous beginning of a colossal conflict. As the news spread, citizens across the globe were glued to their screens, realizing the gravity of the situation. Amid the escalating crisis, a new player entered the scene. Pakistan, wielding its nuclear arsenal, pledged allegiance to the unfolding chaos. Plans were set in motion to unleash destruction from 3 sides, casting a dark shadow over the world's fate. In a heartfelt plea to the audience, the narrator addressed the viewers as brothers and sisters, emphasizing the urgency of taking precautions. The unsettling question lingered in the air: could this be the beginning of World War III? As nations braced for impact and citizens grappled with the uncertainty of the future, the world held its breath, teetering on the edge of an unprecedented catastrophe. The unfolding events painted a chilling narrative of a world plunged into chaos, with the ominous specter of global conflict looming ominously on the horizon. Amid the escalating crisis, a new player entered the scene. Pakistan, wielding its nuclear arsenal, pledged allegiance to the unfolding chaos. Plans were set in motion to unleash destruction from 3 sides, casting a dark shadow over the world's fate. In a heartfelt plea to the audience, the narrator addressed the viewers as brothers and sisters, emphasizing the urgency of taking precautions. The unsettling question lingered in the air: could this be the beginning of World War III? As nations braced for impact and citizens grappled with the uncertainty of the future, the world held its breath, teetering on the edge of an unprecedented catastrophe. The unfolding events painted a chilling narrative of a world plunged into chaos, with the ominous specter of global conflict looming ominously on the horizon. As the world stood on the brink of catastrophe, the ominous alliance between Iraq, Iran, and Pakistan fueled speculation of an imminent global conflict. The geopolitical landscape shifted, and the intricate web of alliances strained under the weight of uncertainty. Joe Biden's enigmatic order to destroy his own unit sent shockwaves through the military hierarchy. Speculations ran wild as to the motive behind such a seemingly self-destructive command. The confusion within the American armed forces only deepened as they grappled with the unprecedented nature of their leaders' directives. In the Middle East, the coalition of Iraq and Iran hastened their preparations for a devastating assault on America. Nuclear weapons, once mere deterrents, now stood poised at the border, amplifying the tension to an unprecedented level. The specter of war loomed large as the international community held its breath. The Pakistani involvement added a volatile element to the equation, with the potential for a 3-pronged nuclear onslaught. The world watched in horror as the 3 nations coordinated their strategies, converging on a path that seemed inexorably leading to the precipice of a global catastrophe. Governments worldwide scrambled to respond, attempting to forge diplomatic channels and prevent the inevitable descent into chaos. Emergency meetings were convened, alliances were tested, and leaders grappled with the realization that the fate of humanity hung in the balance. As the narrative unfolded, the narrator's plea resonated even more urgently with the audience. Brothers and sisters around the globe were urged to take precautions, fortifying themselves against the impending storm that threatened to engulf the world in a maelstrom of destruction. The media became a battleground of its own, with nations using every available platform to communicate their perspectives and rally support. Social media channels buzzed with speculation, fear, and calls for peace, reflecting the collective anxiety that gripped the global population. In this unprecedented era of uncertainty, the question lingered: could the confluence of events sparked by Joe Biden's cryptic announcement truly be the catalyst for World War III? The world held its breath, awaiting the unfolding chapters of this gripping saga, where the fate of nations hung in the balance, and the shadows of war cast a long and foreboding darkness over the collective consciousness of humanity.